Hi all, I thought I'd do another 5-minute game, so I've set off the auto pairing against the 2011. My ordinary 5-minute rating is a lot higher. I did have some big losing streaks on this auto pairing at some point, which I probably should have stopped playing, so hopefully I can claw back some rating points. So we've got here an advanced French defence, and just come back, by the way, from the Golders Green Rapidplay. That's once a month in London, and actually Queen C5 Bishop E3 might be annoying. So do I want to take that or play Queen C7? I think Queen C7 actually, to avoid my queen getting in a bit of trouble. Is he really going to waste time with Bishop B5 to pin that? Anyway, I only got 3 out of 6 because there are actually quite a few title players there. I played Russian GM Chernaev. Also Thomas Rendle was there, and also Lawrence Trent was there. So it was pretty darn strong. So I beat the non-title players and lost to every single title player because they're pretty quite useful on the 30-minute chess. Okay, so first thing now, friend arrives. Okay, B5 would dislodge that knight, so am I getting a little bit in trouble? Maybe F6. Probably I've got a precarious position here. Do I want to play A6, Bishop D7, and try and castle queenside before it's too late? I'll try Bishop D7. I'm hoping I can survive this. Luckily his rook's not on E1 yet, otherwise E5 pressure will be even more than it is at the moment. Can I actually do knight D8 to F7? Except time's getting a bit critical now. And that seems to blast open the position a little bit. Unless I play D takes and then castle queenside. I think I'll try that. It seems I could be in trouble here. But if I can castle queenside, my king will be maybe a little bit safer. If I can also get in like castles knight takes F3 and E5, try and break this pin. He's probably going to take on E5 though to torture me with it. But maybe knight takes E5. No, I'm not sure because then he's still got rook E1. So yeah, I'm expecting him to give me double pawns or something. But this way, I can maybe take one F3 and do knight E5.
Check. So
at least using that knight again in the centre. And his C5 will be a bit weak. But is he going to try and blast my king safety to smithereens with C6? Try and open that C file. So it's a bit scary. My king's going to be in the icy cold weather soon if he gets rid of my pawns around it. I haven't yet video annotated my last game that I played at Southend, where I was murdered by the person that won the tournament, another FM. It was so I beat Dave Leisure in the morning. I lost in the afternoon game, and Queen takes E5 maybe better than doubling my pawns because I'm attacking his rook. I'll go for that. But then he's got C6. That maybe this wasn't so clever. C6 though, can I afford to just take his rook? In fact, can I just take on C5? Because my king's safety's been sort of questioned anyway. So now here, that's a bit tricky. Queen C7, Queen C7, Bishop E6. What about Queen D4? Then he's got Bishop E6 again. But then maybe takes, and I've got a nice pin there at least. So yeah, maybe Queen D4 isn't so bad. It's getting a bit shorter on time than me, so we're about 2 minutes. I've got 3 minutes nearly, and he's got 2:42 now. So it's encouraging on the clock. But Bishop E6 seems dangerous. But then at least I'll have some D-file pressure. So maybe discouraging him a bit from playing Rook D1 later. That's kind of annoying. So I've got Queen D2 here, and if Rook D1, I've got Bishop takes F2 there. No, I'm probably imagining this. But my Queen hasn't got that many squares. It can go back to D6. Then I suppose the b6, and he's got knight a4. So that isn't great. Do I want to go passive? Probably. Let's go passive a little bit. Queen e7 here. At least I'm protecting e6. If I can get an e5, maybe I can look forward to yeah, knight d5. No, look forward to nothing. Okay, how do I get my king safer? That's the big question, the eternal question. Can I afford to play king b8 and then bishop d6, or am I going to get blown away? He's always got like maybe b6 to try and open some lines, but then a6. That's pretty nifty as well. What about queen f7 though, or queen d6? Queen d6, knight f6. Ouch. Okay, well at least this game is quite exciting. So he hasn't got rook e6, queen e6, knight b6, so queen takes b6, so he can't immediately, and also protecting with bishop, so my position's, I wouldn't say solid, but it doesn't seem to be immediately obvious how I get mated here, so that's a good thing. In fact, okay, he's threatening mate though, so should I get rid of that knight? Probably a good idea. Get rid of that knight. Well, bishop d5 does seem scary, but now here, bishop e6, rook e6, then he can like win my queen with check, because rook d8, bishop takes e6. So queen g6. Oh, he's actually attacking f8 as well. It's queen f8. This is hairy stuff. So I'm protecting c5 for the moment, and I've only got a minute and a half. So if I can get in b6, would that improve my safety at all? To try and at least protect b6, the bishop on c5 with the pawn. Yeah, no wonder you guys prefer my 5-minute games to my longer games. There's a lot more drama here with the clock ticking down. So my opponent's only got a minute now approaching, so 1:07. So he's threatening rook c4, rook c5 and rook c4. So I think I'll defend with b6. I know it looks awful, but I want to defend that c5 point. So if I can keep hold of c5, not exactly a fortress, but I can't. If I can, I don't know. I can't get this bishop out, can I? There's on this diagonal, except if I take on b5 maybe. But then that potentially opens up lines against my king. But at least then rook d8, queen d8, and maybe it's not so clear unless bishop e6 there. Then king b7. So can I afford bishop takes b5 basically? He's getting a bit short on time as well. Bishop takes b5 would at least, it has some advantage of the d file being used, but I don't want my queen deflected from c5 protection. Oh, tricky. Well, I'm running out of time as well. What about queen e7? Would that annoy him? Because it sort of leaves the c5 protection and threatens queen e1. So I'm creating my own threat. So I'm just trying to hold on to that c5 bishop. I don't know if this is proper chess or just a good instruction in Blitz chess anymore. Bishop e6. You see, the problem is he's always got rook c5 and bishop e6. So I'll just try and protect e6 with another piece, with the rook on e8. Oh, now he's threatening all sorts of things on the diagonal, so I better do something about that to avoid any queen a8s. But now, actually, haven't I got queen e1 and queen f2? Uh-oh, he's trying to rip me to shreds now. But he's only got 5 seconds. Is he gonna mate me with like so little time on the clock? Haven't I got queen e1, queen e5? Is that really shaky? Just play queen e1 and then queen e5 check to try and centralise my queen, and then think about it from there. Maybe queen c7. Queen c7. Oh, he forfeited on time. It's a bit jammy there. I don't know. Maybe I'm doing okay in this final position. That's interesting. Let's have a quick look at that from the beginning. Just playing through. So where did I go wrong here? I don't know if this was overly provocative of me. That was a nasty pin, and he did seem to have a good attack going here. But yeah, somehow I managed to survive that. Just winning that piece, daring to win that piece, and just keeping control of c5 and this last centralisation. So he ran out of time. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed that. That's a bit more thrilling than the other one in certain respects. Please leave any comments or questions on YouTube. Thanks very much.